Welcome everybody, Jeffro here for another Access All Areas for DirtWorld-TV. I'm out in the glorious sunshine, but it's a very cold day. I am at Oxford Motor Park today, and this is very much an Access All Areas because I have been invited along by the good old British Army, the British Forces, Army in particular. Obviously they had a huge part in building this track that was used last year actually for the Michelin MXNationals for the final round. But the reason I've been invited out by the guys is because they are putting together a motocross team. The British Army are going to be out in force in British motocross next year with a brand new team. So they've invited me along. They're going to get a few of their troops together, varying regiments, whatever. And I wouldn't say a trial run, but they're just going to have a little ride around to try and sort of work out who's going to potentially be on the team. The track is frozen at the minute, although it is drying out quick with that good old current bun. So hopefully we get to see a bit of action. If not, the lads have set up a track out on the airfield anyway. So let's go and find out what it's all about.
Oh, you're not filming all this, yeah?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, you better make it good. Pressure.
So first things first, just show of hand who's not in the army, i.e. RAF or Navy. Anyone turned up yet? So everyone here is either here to help out or is in the army, yeah? Cool. Right. Clearly this is the first ever official authorised army motocross event. Okay, so things need to be done correctly. Hence the long brief I'm about to give you. Okay. There's a lot of senior officers, or there's a few senior officers getting a little bit twitchy. Because for those that don't know, motocross is a speed event, whereas enduro is a non-speed event. Okay, so we just need to make sure we're getting this right. So I'll crack on then. So for those that don't know me, there's a few new faces here. W2 Caleb Hicks, I'm the Army Enduro Manager and also the RRC Enduro Manager.
Right, here Lewis, look at this. I love this already. Look, there you go. And that's your
RLC badge here.
Yeah.
That's my core.
That's you. So tell us more about this, Lewis. I mean, obviously you was involved with this last year, building this track here. So you've got an interest in motocross. Do you already race it?
I don't know. I've done trials most of my life from being a young Ben, and then I went into enduro as soon as I joined the army. I've been doing that about 2 years, and then we got fortunate enough to get involved with making one of the best tracks in England with Alfie Smith and the rest, and Clinton and his lads.
So you got the proper bug for it, really, then, like coming from a trials background in enduro. So this must be exciting to go,
definitely
racing. But you know, literally going to be racing motocross next year for the army. That's pretty cool. Do you feel like, obviously you guys are in the army, so you're used to high pressure and whatever, but I'm sure you're ready to do it, and like a lot of effort that's going to go into it, I guess. You know, like you've been working with Chris doing this, so you've got to be excited. What part do you think you're going to play with it?
Definitely, yeah. Bit of everything really, just committing to doing the whole season and just seeing how good I can, seeing how quick I can get up the rank in it really, and see if I can get a good score. First season ever doing motocross in my life, so, and this is my first track really. Is it? First track.
What a one to get to ride, especially today.
The big,
it's a bit dodgy out there at the minute, but I'm sure.
Obviously, enduro you're just doing like little lips, jumps and stuff like that, but nothing massive.
No.
But yeah, definitely a big track to test.
It is. I mean, it tested a lot of the top riders when we came here. So what? How old are you, Lewis? Where you're at?
21.
Oh, you're just a wee lad. Got plenty of time.
From northeast England.
I figured that out. What's your hometown?
Gisborough, just outside of Middlesbrough, so not
you
far
are
from.
Literally, like, without being stereotypical, you're like the bloke on the advert, the British Army advert. I remember. Yeah. So looks like you've already been doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Or have you just not cleaned your bike from another time?
No, so I've been out yesterday, knowing not coming out today.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been training as much as I can. Every a few days I'm out here, with it being so good that I'm based in this area, so it's good.
Yeah, it's worked out well for you then. I mean, you are in the right place, right time. You've got, like you said, arguably now one of the best motocross tracks in the UK.
Yeah, without
a doubt. At your disposal as your playground. So by the end of the year, I expect you to be in the top 5 of the MXNationals and challenging Tommy Searle with this kind of practice facility.
I know, yeah, I'll give it a good go anyway.
Listen, have fun out there today. Look, and one other thing that I could say, obviously, you know, British Army, basically the forces, We're obviously always super proud of what you guys do. But look, they can still wear Crocs. Gone are the days of wearing DMs for the British Army. Why are you wearing Crocs? It's absolutely freezing.
I don't know.
I'll tell you why, because he's in the army and he can. Lewis, have a great day, stay safe. I'm going to go and speak to some of your colleagues. Have a nice one.
Thank you.
That smells beautiful, that does. So we've got riders here from varying regiments, etc. As I've mentioned before, the track is thawing out. Hopefully in about an hour or so the guys will be able to get out there and ride that amazing track that Alfie and Justin built. But right now we're getting some riding, a bit of a warm-up out on the actual airfield. To be fair, this in itself looks pretty darn cool. I think with all my experience, I'd rather be doing this today than out on the main track. So we've effectively got a bit of dirt tracking, well, grass tracking as it were. Classic, few cones for the tape. Conditions are good. Oh no, it was the pressure! It was the pressure of the camera! You're doing good until I turn up. You were doing great until I turned up. Sorry. Alright. No need to fill me in with shit. I joke, of course. Thought I'd come over here because I noticed they were struggling a little bit. It is a bit greasy, but it's good. It's good throttle control. As we said, the guys can't unfortunately get out on the main track at the minute. Hopefully we will see them out on there in a little while and I'll be able to get a bit of action. But all these lads from the army are having a great day regardless. So as we said, it's just really cool that they're putting on a motocross team, or putting out a motocross team for this year, and long may it continue. So got the army on board, involved with motocross, bang on. Well fellas, what's the verdict on the flat tracking? Well, kind of flat tracking.
That's good. It's starting to loose up a bit, so we're starting to drift a bit more, but yeah, something different in it, so it's good.
Well, at least you're getting to ride, because obviously, you know, with that like it is. Do you reckon you get out on that big track today? Probably not.
Maybe for
another hour or so,
yeah.
hopefully, with a bit of luck. Yeah.
Only the clouds coming over.
Yeah.
Certainly a fair amount of proper grass shredding going on. Gonna keep your radiators, oh, they're pretty clogged up. Make sure you don't overheat. What's the verdict? That looks like fun to me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Good that you can get out, even though the big track's not rideable, eh?
Well, hopefully it'll thaw out now. We've been saying it all day, so fingers crossed. We keep saying it, it might happen.
It's alright, just make a new track on the infield's fine, no problem. Nobody would notice. Gotta say though, all joking aside, it is pretty primo right now. It's just tacking up nice. Who doesn't like a good bit of grass? Right, Caleb Hicks, tell me. Listen, again, I love all this. The badge has already been shown with a lot of pride. This is obviously Army issue. Is this what the lad's going to be in?
Yeah, so I'm enduro, so
Yeah.
I'm not actually a motocross rider till today. Day one on a motocross bike. So this is the Army enduro kit, but we will transfer that over to the motocross team, so everybody will be cutting around in this
Yeah.
kit. Yeah.
So tell us obviously more about the incentive, the program. Obviously I filmed you just then, basically talking to the troops, as it were, drilling them on what we're trying to do here today and achieve it. So how's this come about? It's obviously an enduro team I've been aware of for a long time, but it sounds like now the Army are ready to go and put an official motocross team out there.
Yeah, so I've been involved in Army Enduro for nearly 20 years, and there's always been talks that people want to ride motocross, but no one's really been willing to take the team on. So we've got Chris, who's actually posted here at Dalton Barracks. Obviously the opportunity for this tractor to come to Abingdon came about. Chris does a bit as well, and thought, you know what, I want to take the team on, so Chris is going to take the team on. Today is all about gauging interest, really, seeing what motocross riders we've got in the Army. I mean, 80% of the people that have arrived today are actually enduro riders,
Yeah.
but were probably motocross riders before they joined the Army and switched to enduro just because of the opportunity. So yeah, the main thing for us really is just giving the soldiers an opportunity to ride motocross bikes, you know.
I'm loving the idea already. Obviously, as I said, British forces, you know, we're all patriotic. I like to think we are. You guys do an amazing job. So, and I've been so fully aware of the enduro team for a long time, and that's been quite established. How long's the enduro team been going? Like, as long as I can sort of remember, it's been.
Oh yeah, I mean, so motorcycle riding in general in the Army used to be classed as driver training. So when the Army used to have the, you know, Harley Davidsons and the old, you know, the military motorcycles, it was a form of driver training. It then switched over to sport, to a recognised sport, probably about 15 years ago.
Right.
So you know, an authorised sporting event, you're talking about 15 years. But we've got trophies. We've got trophies that date back to, you know, the 1950s. You know, different riders and entrance stuff like the ISTE. You know, obviously there's a big trials team in the Army, which is clearly where we want to see motocross go.
Yeah.
You know, today is day one of Army motocross, but we hope to grow it and just see where we can go, really.
Well, you've been in enduro a long time, and we all know, like, going out and riding with your mates at the weekend brings a huge amount of camaraderie, which obviously in the military is very important anyway. So I'm guessing, you know, for a lot of these guys, it will also just be good for morale anyway, like to get away from, you know, like on a weekend still with all your mates, and race and have fun, as regards of, you know, all the hard work that you guys do.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's two sides to it, really. So anyone that rides bikes know how hard the sport is, you know, so your mindset, your determination, your mental strength, physical ability, you know, marries up with a lot of what you expect a soldier to be. So in terms of, as I said, mental strength and physical ability, you know, you'd like to think soldiers are pretty much halfway there. Now, as I proved the other day, riding ability is clearly something that you can't just, you know, you can't just pick up, especially this late in the game. You know, certainly when it comes to these big jumps. So that side of it, you know, I think is good for soldiers. But then the other side, as everybody knows, you know, your real job, you know, supporting the UK, you know, supporting the UK or deploying overseas, you know, that's our main job. So there's a little incentive to keep soldiers in the Army. You know, sometimes the job isn't great. You know, so putting opportunities like this together clearly keeps these young soldiers in. As I said, you know, I'm coming up to 19 years in the Army now. You know, I'm sort of on the other end of it. But you know, I've always been a firm believer of, if you create opportunities for soldiers, you know, it might be a little bit of extra work for you, but you know, it's for the good and benefit of everyone else, which is what this is about. I think this is why, you know, this has got off the ground now, just because a few of us have actually put a little bit of effort in there.
Now, you know, I'm going to blow a little bit of smoke your way. Obviously, you know, you've been riding enduro for quite a lot of time, so some of these guys are looking at you as an experienced rider, but not on a motocross track. Am I going to see you roll out there in a minute and pop all these jumps first time out?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not too bad till I get to a jump, and then I just panic. I've had a lot of injuries through enduro, hip replacements, etc. So I think I'm just a little bit twitchy of hurting myself rather than, you know, actually scared of jumps. I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad.
Well, you've got to lead by example. Look, I think it's brilliant what you guys are doing. Hopefully this sun will keep beating down and thaw the track out. Thanks for inviting us today, and just awesome on the whole initiative. I hope it all goes really well, and we look forward to seeing the British motocross army team at all the races. Nice one.
Thank you. Cheers. Okay. But whilst the quicker boys are out, you'll be on the jumps with a flag, all right? And Chris will brief you up on what to do with the flags, etc. Okay. Clearly the ground is what it is. The bits that have thawed out are still slippery. I've just done a lap and it's I think the ice is grippier than the wet mud. Okay. Please, please, please take your time. Okay, as I said earlier, please don't hurt yourself. Don't try and prove yourself out on the track. The team is pretty much made already just by watching you push your bike over to the grass, because you can tell when someone can ride a bike or whether they're a pleb or not. All right. So please do not hurt yourself out there.
Okay, well, about 2 o'clock, and the guys feel that the track is thawed out enough to give it a go. So it's still a little bit sketchy out there, but you know, the boys, the army boys, they're not shy, are they? So let's see how this goes. Tell you, they're braver men than me. I reckon that's a tough audition. What's the verdict then, troops? Who's winning the jump contest? I see you're already pacing it out. Who's winning?
Me by the sounds of it. All over it.
Is it the first?
Them over.
Yeah.
But without realising when I went down there that the sun's really bad.
It is bad. It's really bad.
And on Enduro suspensions.
Is this first time round the track for any of you lot?
No.
So you've all ridden it before?
Not this track.
Not this one, no.
Not in this condition.
And not in this condition as well.
Yeah, I've never ridden it like this.
Yeah. So how is it? Bit sketch, to say the least?
It's a bit slick, and the Enduro suspension isn't helping.
No.
The problem is because the ground's frozen, it's thawing out even under there, so it's just constantly getting wet, chewing up.
It's okay, I've given you all huge credit. I went over there and put my foot through a sheet of ice and said, rather you lot than me. So, you know, credit to you. Still, you got a good blast out on the airfield, so that was, at least you got a bit of...
It's a day at the office, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's one way of looking at it.
That back corner's nice.
Yeah, well, it's a second session now. Let's see. I think you all
push off the ski jump.
I'm sure management will find another day where it's nice prime conditions where you can all come out and shred it.
Of course.
But yeah, that is what they're dealing with. Low light through this entire section. Never easy, winter sun.
If you go down in that dip and look at the face, you can barely see
just
it.
black.
You can barely see it. Yeah, it's quite. Let's get off the track. It's like all there and you can't see it.
The main thing is you're all having fun and all staying safe.
That's it.
At the minute.
Absolutely.
Let's keep it that way. What's the verdict then, Chief?
Scary.
You're not the only one that said that.
No, it's still frozen, so
yeah.
trying to get traction and confidence in the corners is quite difficult, you know. And then where it has thawed out, it's even slipperier. So.
Yeah, I thought it might be. So back to the drawing board. You have to try and book in another day where you can get them all up here.
Yeah, I think we'll reschedule for next month. We've got a few enduro events on now in between, so we'll try and come back. I mean, we've got a good idea of who's committed and who wants to take part, which is what the aim of today was, really. So.
Oh, it's not a wasted day by any stretch, is it? I mean, looked like a lot of people was having fun out on the airfield.
Yeah.
Fair play. Good stuff. Right, Chris, another one. Look, I love this. That we're gonna see a lot of this year. Chris, tell us, you are going to be basically managing the team on the ground, but you're not going to be riding yourself or racing, are you?
No, not riding it. I might wildcard Abingdon if the space comes.
You're local, because it's your local, so you'll be good round here.
Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, not racing in the championship. No.
I mean, the effort that you guys are putting into this to get an Army motocross team off the ground is immense. The work that you guys put in to have the MXNationals here, I mean, it simply wouldn't have happened without you guys. Now you've built this track, it seems a no-brainer to put a team together when you've got this at your disposal. So what's the plan with it? You know, what kind of races are the team going to be riding in?
So we start off in Clubmen, so we've got some high-level riders in the Army, and you know, across all services. And we're entering another championship, a little bit lower down, but you know, our top level riders from that championship moving forward into 2024 will then hopefully come through to MXNationals. So we should see progression throughout the years, and hopefully we'll get some more tracks out of military land. But,
I mean, okay, I'm going to go a little bit further with this. For us as a sport,
yeah,
you know, I've been involved with it for a long time. It's my whole life, my passion. So to finally get to a point where we've got an Army motocross team, that's huge for us as a sport, as well as it is for the Army. I mean, you know, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's been an authorised sport in the military for circa around about 12 years, I think, but nobody's actually picked it up and driven forward with it. So we're now in the position. Hopefully we'll get a bit more funding through the military side of life. Yeah, and it's good.
And it'd be great for obviously like all the guys as well, all the troops, as it were, you know, the soldiers, that whole thing of getting together on a weekend as well. And obviously that's what you do on a regular basis, but to do it in a more not at work, so to speak, must be pretty good for you guys as well. A lot of fun to be out of shop.
Yeah, so we've got quite a big Enduro following, but that always seems to be midweek because it's military. So this is good. It's going to be the weekend that actually, you know, we can bring our families along, and you know, and we'll all be one big family, I've been to a few of the MXNationals and it's all one big family anyway, so I'm sure we'll fit in quite well.
Look, you guys obviously support us as a nation, as a country, so I'd love to think that the industry will, when this all, you know, really gets out there, will jump on board and support you guys. Have you managed to already pick up a bit of support? I've seen Matt from Sintol walking around, so I can only assume that Sintol are going to be getting involved with the oils. Yeah,
so Matt we've got something going on with Matt and Sintol. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be on board. We've got DP Brakes, they're on board with us, and a few others in the background that are potentially interested. So yeah, it's all looking good. Well,
good. I hope it all works out. I'll be reassured actually, having the Army, although off duty at the races. You know, we can all. You can help me out with parking.
Yeah.
Because I always get issues parking people up at the MXNationals, so you can help me with that. I'm joking, of course. You'll be busy doing your own thing. Well, look. I hope the day goes well. We've got a lovely day for it. Just hope obviously it falls out. So well done on it all. And remember, guys, to keep following this whole thing. British Army to the max. Nice one. Cheers, Chris.
Cheers, yeah.
Right. I think. I'm pretty much done here. I'm not to get run over. So it's been a good day, getting to learn about what the British Army are going to do with the motocross squad. Obviously the track wasn't ideal. I mean, it's a brilliant venue, but when the ground's like that, it's real difficult. But they're all out there loving it. There you go, look. They're having fun. So yeah, a little insight of what to expect this year. Hopefully we'll see them at the MXNationals and other events as well. I think VMX, they're going to do some of them as well. So good on them. And as I said right at the outtake, for our sport in the UK, it's got to be a good thing if the Army actually putting in a genuine team to do it. A bit of positive media will help. That's it. I'm going to park it up there. Remember to keep liking and subscribing to DirtWorld TV. We've got a load of stuff planned for this year. obviously with all the live streams as well. Just starting out. So yeah, make sure you do that, and we'll be back soon with another Access All Areas, probably from Belfast on the Motocross UK tour. That's going to be really good. So we'll see you then. Take care, everybody. I'm out of here.